In this video, we will cover what happens to material in a brush chipper, common wear parts, and some tips for positive customer interactions at the parts counter. Don't forget to refer to the machine's operators and maintenance manual for safety messages and further instructions. First, we'll start with a short overview of what happens to material in a brush chipper. When logs or branches are fed into a brush chipper, they are controlled by the infeed roller or rollers. The infeed roller helps feed and guide material to the knives bolted to the cutter drum, which chips the material. Any large brush funnels down to the shear bar and is chipped again for a more consistent end product. Chips then hit the belly band and are sent in the desired direction using the chute and deflector. Due to the force required in this process, certain parts on the machine can wear down. We typically refer to these as wear items. Let's review the most common wear items and talk a bit about how you can help guide customers through the parts purchasing process. The first of these are the knives bolted to the cutter drum. If a customer mentions blackened wood chips, inconsistent end product, or slower production, the cutting knives may need to be sharpened or replaced. If blades are resharpened, they will also need to be inspected for cracks or distortion. Ask the customer when they last completed this maintenance. Please note that knives can only be resharpened to a certain length, as the balance of the cutter drum system and the gap between the knives and the shear bar need to be maintained. Sharpening requirements can be found in the machine's maintenance manual. Also, the bolts holding the knives can only be reused once due to stretching. Let customers know that those bolts can only be used a total of 2 times. They may not be able to visually confirm that the bolt is stretched, but even small changes in length can lead to issues. Another culprit of inconsistent end product worth mentioning is wear on the shear bar. When the shear bar is sharpened or replaced, there is an adjustment procedure that needs to be followed. Every Vermeer chipper comes with a gap tool to complete this adjustment, which sets the proper spacing for ideal end results. For specific measurements and procedures, refer to the machine's maintenance manual. Next is the cutter drum bearing. If your customer is frequently wearing through bearings, this would be a good time to remind them to lubricate those bearings daily with the appropriate grease. Lack of maintenance or improper maintenance may shorten the lifespan of the cutter drum bearings. Also, let them know that the end of the workday is the best time to complete this maintenance. The new grease will help purge dirt or dust and minimize moisture buildup by filling the cavity. Last on our list of wear items are the belly band, chute, and chute deflector. These are all parts of the discharge system and are constantly redirecting wood chips. Excessive dirt or sand on material being fed into the chipper can significantly affect the lifespan of these parts. If a customer mentions chips not being directed in their intended path, you may want to ask them about the condition of these parts and recommend replacements as appropriate. There are a few other brush chipper components worth noting, but before we move on, let's quickly summarize how we can help customers with the more common wear items. When selling knives, you can remind customers about sharpening and replacement schedules, and that they may need spare bolts for the life of their knives. When addressing shear bars, you can also remind customers about the sharpening and replacement schedules, as well as the need to use the gap tool provided with their machine when sharpening, replacing, or adjusting the shear bar. When discussing cutter drum bearings, we can remind customers of the importance of lubricating the bearings at the end of each workday, sell them the appropriate grease, and suggest the correct replacement when necessary. These are just a few ways parts providers can earn respect and become a trusted advisor for our customers. Now, before you move on, here are a few notes on some other components you should be aware of. The clutch belt needs to be tensioned correctly for maximum productivity. If slack or wear develops, a replacement may be needed. The green hold to run button is used to restart the machine after an interruption and can see frequent use. The amber light located on the back of the machine tells users about the state of the machine and is located in a high traffic area. There are also a number of switches and sensors that may need to be replaced occasionally. For more information on the specifics for each machine, reference their respective manuals. To wrap things up here, remember each brush chipper is outfitted with a genuine Vermeer replacement parts sticker grease chart that provides valuable information about maintenance, as well as an operator's and maintenance manual. When customers ask for assistance, you'll want to get the serial number for their machine. This will give you essential information about specifications, maintenance, and any coverage they may have. In the operator's manual, there is a receiving and delivery report that can help customers locate their serial number and identify the engine type. You'll want to ask for at least the last 5 digits of that serial number to identify their machine. The operator's manual is also home to the maintenance intervals. Here you can see what maintenance needs to occur and how often it needs to be done. For more detailed information on this maintenance, refer to the maintenance manual. In the back of the maintenance manual, you'll find the machine specifications that include the fluid types and capacities needed for your customer's machine. Reviewing common maintenance for your customer's machine is an effective way to help protect their investment and has the potential to create sales when customers are in the store. These can be great resources we can guide our customers to when answering questions. As the customer interactions progress and the parts needed are determined, thinking ahead can save the customer another call or stop to your dealership.